Hi, I'm Madeline. Welcome to Contemporary Tarot. I had a question in our questions section on the channel asking me just to show how I give a reading. So I'm going to do that. I have my usual deck. I have laid out, actually I generally have a larger piece, but I have a piece of a neutral cloth that has just a little bit of tack to it so the cards don't move. When the client or the person sits down, welcome them, ask their name. Nice to meet you, I'm Madeline. And my first question is always have you ever had a tarot reading? If it's yes, we can sort of skip ahead. If it's no, I give them just sort of a summary of what the tarot is. The cards, that the cards reflect different aspects of the human experience. And I will pull out a couple for them to touch and to hold, like the King of Pentacles or any card. And I, show that like the Four of Wands is joyous and celebratory. And I'll say that these just are stories and images that help you explore the terrain of your life that you're navigating. I also will tell them I'm not here to tell you your future. We're just going to explore what's going on in your life right now. Then I will ask them, do you have a particular question or issue you want to explore? And I can design a reading off of that, a spread, or I can give you some ideas. And this is where it gets kind of creative and fun, because if they have some specific question, I'll have a notepad. And I'll just have them talk. Tell me what's going on in your life and what do you want to explore? Is it work? Is it personal? Is it family members? Is it relationships? And sometimes this takes a little bit of prompting. And I will then sometimes show an example. I'll say, look, I have two readings that I like. One is more of a relationship reading. Well, I'll do me right now, a card right there for me, and then card for family member 1, card for family member 2, and then the true reason for the current state of each family member and my best course of action with them, and what is my purpose in these relationships right now. And then I will also suggest maybe a personal and professional reading. You right now, current state personally, current state professionally, best course of action personally, best course of action professionally, and your purpose right now in either both columns or just one. And that usually will get people sort of talking. Sometimes they will pick a reading or say, can I not tell you? Do I have to tell you? I'm like, you don't have to tell me anything. Just kind of give me an idea of what issues, what positions I should have. Is it people or a situation? And by then, I'll write out a reading. And so it'll be oftentimes a very popular one is the me, current state personal, current state professional, best course personally, professionally, and my purpose right now in my life. That's a very popular one, and it covers a lot of bases. So what I will do then is take a piece of paper and I'll have that written out in just like a pattern. And then I will ask them to shuffle the deck. And I will say, it's a big deck. It is very hard to shuffle. So you can shuffle it in the traditional way, like so, or you can mush it around. I call this the cosmic soup mix. And this is very good, especially if people have arthritis, if someone's older, with joint issues, younger people. Card playing actually is not that common anymore, so younger people don't know how to shuffle. So, give them that option. But I have them, and say, get it back into a pile. So it can take a while. And, and I'll just make sure that I have the spread laid out on a piece of paper. And once they have it in a stack, I'll say, cut it into 3 piles. And I said, don't think about it, just do it, so they'll cut it in 3 piles. I said, okay, stack it back up. Don't think about it, just do it. And they'll stack it back up because I kind of want to get them out of their head. And then I will say, hand the deck to me. because reversals are going to come up. And I want them to hand it to me how it should be facing. So usually it's just like this. So I will take the deck and I'll put it down, and I have my reading generally to my left because I'm left-handed. And I'll just take a breath, and then I'll flip a card, and I'll say what the card is aloud. I'll say, you right now, Tower reversed. Current state of your personal life, King of Wands. Current state of your professional life, Five of Wands. Best course of action, personal life, Six of Wands. Best course of action, professional life, Page of Wands. What is my purpose right now? The Hanged Man reversed. So I'll be, looking at that. And what I'll do is I'll take a moment and write down, because I will give a piece of paper with the reading on it to the client. I'll write down each card and their position in the reading, and before I've written down the meaning of each position, what it stands for. And that kind of gives me time to sort of collect my thoughts and just sort of get a feel for the reading, because I'm as I'm looking at this, I've got 2 major arcana, I've got 3 cards that have wands in them. Actually, I only have one reversal, is the Tower, and so that I'm sort of like, okay, what's going on? And then I will just dive in. I'll say, okay, you right now. And I will say, and with a big card, it always takes just a little bit more with kind of like a big card, like a major arcana card, because there's a lot of meaning packed into them. But I take my time, and I will probably do a couple minutes on each card, and the meaning of each, and the meaning in relationship to the meaning of the card in relationship to the position, like the King of Wands in personal life right now. Okay, you're a leader in your personal life. People look to you. You're communicating effectively, and say best course of action. Go, okay, continue on, continue leading. So a reading like this will take 10 minutes, maybe more. I find that I encourage dialogue. I don't require it. People often say, do I have to say anything, or do I have to? And I'm like, no, you don't tell me anything. But a reading is more fruitful, I believe, if it's a dialogue happening. And sometimes I will say, hey, can you tell me what your job is? Are you comfortable? And we'll preface it. Are you comfortable telling me what your job is? Can you give me a little insight in here or there? Because we're trying to help. It's not a trick. It's not, it's like, this is for you. It's not for me. You don't have to tell me anything, and I gave you the reading. But it's more fruitful if you share, and we really have a discussion of what's going on in your life and how to proceed. So during this, what I'll do is I will jot down ideas and thoughts and words and impression on the piece of paper with the spread. And then when we get to the end, I will ask them, I say, okay, is any of these cards confusing you? This or that? And sometimes people will say, oh no, yeah, it's right on the money. Other times say, oh no, the Five of Wands, I don't understand that. So I say, okay, let's look at that. Let's dig in a little bit more. And we will. And it'll probably be a couple more minutes. And then I will, one thing that's nice is having this, a piece of fabric, I will then turn it and invite them to take a picture of the reading with their smartphone. Virtually everyone has a smartphone. Because the visual reminder, the actual spread, you can go back to it later. And then I encourage them, I say, look, I have a Contemporary Tarot YouTube channel. If you have any additional questions about any card, go to the channel and click on Five of Wands, and there might be more information there. I give them that card. They give me a check or cash. If it's a friend, I love you so much. That's so great. Yeah. And then I put the reading away, shuffle the cards, and get ready for the next reading. Yeah. So I hope that helps. That's how I do a reading. Thanks for visiting, and I will see you soon.